Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Blue Badge Crypto, bringing you another Bitcoin and market update. But listen, if you're not already on the Twitter, get over there at Blue Badge Crypto. That's where you're going to get the most time-sensitive alerts on trends, trading, and analysis in the market. Let's dive into Bitcoin, guys. Starting here on the 1-week chart. I think this is what gives us our real nice, broad, and kind of just basic view of what we're looking at, where I believe we're at. Like I've been updating y'all on, back here, we closed below the 100 EMA. We were going to come down and at minimum hit that 200 EMA. We have now done so. We had this nice, kind of long wick come down here. So I'm not going to be surprised to see that wick fill. And like I've been updating y'all here, like I've been updating y'all on Twitter, I do personally believe that we can still put in another macro low right here, another lower low, lower than this, guys. And remember what we've been comparing this to is this 2018 move. Like I said, I think that we are somewhere right around this area right here, guys. We're somewhere right here in that comparison, okay? We've come down, we've wicked down, and now we're kind of doing a little bit of sideways action before that next low that we could potentially put in here, guys. And don't forget, I gave y'all that little tip, that little tidbit, the little secret right here on this 1-week chart with these EMAs, okay? Whenever this 20 in yellow crosses below that green, whenever that cross initiates, that is where I'm going to really be eyeing this chart to be potentially looking to buy, potentially looking at a bottom here. And I'll show you why, because each time where we've had a normal correction here and we have come down and the EMA has crossed below the 20 and then crossed below the 100. So whenever this 20, like I just said in yellow, crosses below the 100 in green right here, look at exactly where that crossed. It literally crossed at the exact bottom. Do y'all see that right here? Right on the dot whenever it crosses is where that bottom was at here in 2018. We go back even further right here. Let's move it back a little bit here. Okay, right where this cross is right here. Okay, this is back in 2015 correction. Right when the 20 crossed the 100 is exactly right here on that bottoming candle. Okay, do y'all see that right here? So I'm gonna stay, very vigilant whenever I see that cross. So keep that in mind. I'm not gonna totally rely on that. That's not gonna be my sole end all be all of when I think a bottom will happen. But I'm certainly gonna keep that in mind for if or when that happens here, guys. So keep that on your chart. Keep that in mind. And let's jump over to our daily view and see what we have going on. There's not too much price action today, so I'll keep it short and sweet for y'all as much as I can, guys. Let's get the EMAs out of the way for now. So like I've been telling y'all, we're in our macro ABC correction, guys, our A, B, and C wave. If you're following the Twitter, I gave it a little bit more in-depth analysis on this ABC. I think that video was like 4 minutes in and of itself, so I wouldn't want it to take up too much time here. But we are still looking to get that subset of ABC through here, put in that next macro low here. But like I said, I think we do have some ups and downs here. At a minimum, I do think, guys, that we need to come up here and test at least that 33K level right here. So I am looking for that, whether we go down a little bit first or come up a little bit first. I do think we need to get back up, hit that 33K level. So essentially what I'm looking at is at some point we're going to do ups and downs through here, right? We are going to need to come up, test that 33K range, get denied there. I think we'll at least get denied there the first time and come back down and make that final leg of this macro C wave down here, guys. Okay, now could this would be the sub B wave come up higher? Sure, it could. I gave all that update on Twitter yesterday. You can go watch that video if you're interested in particular this ABC. But I think we're going to do something along those lines, guys, okay, to fully complete this macro ABC correction that we're in. And even if you come back and look at here, right here, guys, we have never really come back and tested, fully tested, got all up in this, right? When you get a back test, what you want to see is price action get all up in this action, right? You really want to see it solidify that area as resistance, okay? And we haven't really done that. We gave it a couple tiny little wicks here, but still never even really came up and even touched that level, guys. So you still want to see that give a proper back test there. If we pull up these daily EMAs, guys, you can also see that this is the area that we haven't really back tested, right? Okay, so whenever we dump down, if we look back further here, guys, whenever we dump down, we find a way to get back to the 20. We dump down, we find a way to get back into these EMAs. Dump down, find a way to get back. So we can't stay away from them for too long. So at some point, somewhere in the near future, we're going to have to come back and at minimum test this daily 20 EMA. We haven't tested the 12-hour in a while. We're just now kind of getting up there, guys. So those daily, those mid time frame EMAs are still, you know, a little bit far away. So we do need to come back and test those. And that's just a piece of confluence of information that says, yes, we could come back up here and kind of get into these levels after some up and down, you know, through this range right here. And if we go in and look at our hourly time frames, our more zoomed in micro look here, guys, we can see what we're looking at here with this range, which is, you know, pretty much what I've been telling you on Twitter is that, you know, we just been going sideways. We've been doing absolutely boring price action. I mean, ever since we came in and finally had, you know, a wick down here and a spike back up, it's literally just been sideways. I gave you all this lower time frame resistance level, this lower time frame must hold level, and we've literally just been staying in the middle of it, pretty much hovering right around this macro support and resistance level right there at 29452, guys. Okay, and you can see where we've hit it. We're now resting pretty much exactly on that level once again right here, guys. So not much action going on here, guys. It does look like this could potentially break right here where we came down, had a wick to test it quickly. It was bought up, and now we're kind of hard pressing this macro level right here. Again, right there at 29452, guys. So it does look like it could potentially break right here. And again, if we come down then on those lower levels, we're looking at 29, we're looking at 28, and then at that lower time frame muscle level at 27.7 there before coming down and testing this next low right here, guys. So pretty much boring sideways price action. I'm more so interested in the higher time frames right now. You can see, like I just said, we are kind of pushing down from this level right here. So again, I'm staying patient. I'm not looking to jump into a ton of trades here, especially with this, you know, extremely boring sideways price action, guys. So that's what we're looking at. Like I said, I'm mainly interested in these higher time frames. I really like this 1 week view. I genuinely think that this is somewhere along the lines of where we're at, guys, in this range. I think we have a little bit lower to go and to kind of round out this bottom. I don't think that we're all of a sudden just going to hit a bottom and go straight to 100K. I think that's what everyone wants and is getting so impatient for, is they just want to find the bottom, just find the bottom so that we can all of a sudden spike back up. And personally, guys, I don't think that the market is quite ready for that. I don't think the global marketplace is ready for that. I don't think that we're just going to find a bottom and then all of a sudden say, okay, we hit the bottom. Now let's, you know, run it back turbo. I don't think that the market and the confidence in the market is quite ready for that, guys. It's certainly going to be something more like this where we hit a bottom, kind of round it out down here, and then do some more sideways before we finally kind of lift ourselves up. So me personally, I'm kind of thinking more towards the end of this year. This is where we could finally see some, you know, more bullish action going in, you know, into 22, going into 23. But that's just my personal take right now. Anything can happen in crypto, right? So that's what we're looking at. Those are the lower time frames, the higher time frames, the mid time frames for you guys. Not too much has changed, but wanted to give you all that update today. So if you found the video helpful, throw a like, throw a comment. Thanks for watching today, guys.